Hello YouTube. Um, Today I would like to talk one thing which is very hot in the past 2 days. The issue related to China is uh, President Trump has called uh, this virus, this coronavirus, China virus or Chinese virus. Um, of course, as we expected, it should elicit backslash or a huge response from Chinese nationalists back in China or here in the United States. But as well, the American media or some Americans, they express their worry or their concern that whether change the name from coronavirus to Chinese virus would elicit stigma of Chinese people or discrimination against Chinese people or against the Asian people in general. I applaud this concern, and I really appreciate the very kind, soft, and heart of American people because of their concerning of minorities status or minorities how they're treated in the United States. So I appreciate that. But at the same time, I also applaud President Trump for calling it out as a counterpunch to Chinese government's misinformation on the origin of this virus. So I don't think China is honest at all from the beginning of the outbreak of this virus. Let alone the the diet of some of the Chinese, their preference of eating the wild animals, which may cause the beginning or the origin of this of the spreading of this virus. Despite of all that, from the beginning, from the confirmation of first couple of cases, if the Chinese government can allow the media to report it freely, or can allow the information, though maybe regulating somehow, like what America is doing, they are weeding out the misinformations. So you may have some regulation, but not like Chinese government did. They really highly restricted any public knowledge or public information about what's going on in Wuhan, what's going on in those hospitals. So, and they punish those whistleblowers. And later, when the outbreak really become a huge event, huge issue, the government just cut down or shut down the whole city or the whole country, and implemented very severe measures against it, despite all the rights violation to the general public. According to some video or some interview, people even burned alive in Wuhan's hospital, which means they are not fully dead, but in order to evacuate the capacity for treating other patients, some barely alive people are put into the bag and burnt. So that is just a severe example, but all over China, the restrictions of media report, restrictions of any different opinions about about government's measure to control the situation, all shows this government doesn't really care about those people's right. And so now, near the end of the outbreak in China, they start to spread out the misinformation and the conspiracy theory that it originated from United States. So, and many Chinese people are cheated by the government, and they believed in the government's lies, and they started to feel very proud of Chinese government's what they did through this outbreak. And also they are more and more they are growing a resentment and anger even toward anyone who want to help America or help outside world to deal with the outbreak in their own country. So it's very worrying. And to be frank, as a Chinese, I feel shame about it. I think it's really shameful situation. Like Chinese government did those things to its own people, and because of the missteps it did, like the whole world is experiencing a like never seen scale of pandemic, and economy, people's life are at stake because of the mismanagement of the Chinese government. And also not like apologize for all that, or having some reflections, or fixing the problem they have, which caused all this. Instead, they are pointing fingers to America or to the Western world, and they are laughing at other countries' situation, and they have very ill wishes against all those countries like are struggling to contain the situation. So it's very shameful. So I think calling the virus China virus maybe not ideal. I don't wish like this thing can like maybe elicit any discrimination against any people. But if calling it China or Chinese virus can counter Chinese like misinformation campaign or the conspiracy theory campaign, and also force Chinese government to take some responsibility about this global pandemic, I think that will be a good thing, and I support that if that can be achieved. So this is my thought about this hot topic during these 2 days. Actually, I have two other things I want to discuss, but we don't have enough time in today's video. Perhaps we'll discuss tomorrow, or in the longer, like in the future. So thank you so much for viewing this video, and if you like it, please click a like button and subscribe, and I pledge to make one such video every day in this year. So I hope to see you again tomorrow at the same time. See you. Bye.